Play cams, audio. La la la. Yeah, it's working. Cool. Hello!
La la la.
La la la. I was waiting for the little mixing to pop up. Hello, people of the internet and those that are watching, all 300 million of you. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th Ed. This is our campaign, Fables Among Titans. I will explain why the overlay is so busy in a moment. What was I going to say?
God knows.
God knows. God knows. So, social media, type in Heavyweight Gaming, you can find us everywhere, absolutely everywhere. If you go to YouTube, you can get to see all the things we've been playing for since March. We've got lots and lots of tabletop on there, so that's loads and loads of stories being told by different collections of people, DM'd by, namely myself, and a few extras. We've got a vampire game on there, mask game on there, we've blah 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 blah. It's good. Just go see it. If you like stories, go watch it. It's amazing. This is our D&D 5th Ed. It's in a homebrew world called Colossus. We've been building it for years, and now we're getting to playing it, so it's cool. It's really cool to get to play in something you create, so we're loving that. Social media, that's good. Our sponsors, it looks very different. So you can't see Ruffworx Creative or Ashana because they're beneath Tales of Wonder's face. But a big shout out to Ashana, who is a glass crafter. She makes lots of glass figurines. She currently streams at the same time as we do due to being across the big water, and her stream is at the same time. Hey up, Biggie, how are you doing, mate? Welcome to the channel. I see you popping around on a Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this evening as much as you enjoyed Sunday. So Shana's great. I can't wait for the world to settle, and then we get lots of her little figurines sent over, and we'll start giving them away and stuff. We got Ruffworx Creative. If you go to Facebook and literally just type Ruffworx Creative with an X, not a K, you'll get to see some incredible woodworking and leatherworking. They sponsored us from the birth of the adventures that we've been doing on. And I can't wait to see what they do going forwards in the world of crafting stuff. We also have, as of last week, Loke battle mats that are creators of exactly that. They make battle mats for you to use on your tabletop. They do the big giant book of battle mats, a small one and an even smaller one that you can piece together, and you get loads of really cool artwork in map form. So you can literally open a book and you've got a cave, a forest, a tundra, a dragon's lair, etc, etc. Excuse me. They also do the digital versions of everything they make physical, and they do a few extra digital stuff on Drive Through RPG or Drive Through RPG. Yeah, so go to drivethroughrpg.com, look for Loki battle mats, and you'll get to see loads of their digital artwork that they use, or that they are. Some of them are free, some of them are pay what you want, others are a couple of quid. Go check them out. I'll be using them on this adventure, our Pathfinder, and our Cyberpunk, because they also do Cyberpunk and sci-fi. So go check out Loki Battle Maps. We have a new sponsor, Coyote Grey, who is a very small time, only sells their stuff on Roll20 if you use that virtual tabletop. And they do the chibi artwork, so the tokens you see me using on a Saturday and have seen me using in this more recently, to be fair. The little chibi tokens that I use are Coyote Ugly. Yay! Get out the tequila, love, and the hobnobs. So Coyote Grey does some really cool tokens. They're really beautiful to use. I'm a big chibi fan, so go check them out. They've just joined us as a sponsor, so I can't wait to see how much more he pumps out of these little chibis. They're cool as. One thing I do fail to shout about every week, and I should shout out more about, is the characters, the artwork, the headshots you can see of the characters. We've just got Orion's this week, so you can now see that Leo is complete. And but yeah, if you go check out Lissy, oh, it's not Lissy Rain, is it? What is it on Twitch? Lissy Tuft, something like that.
Lily Tuft.
Lily Tuft. There you go. Go check out Lily Tuft on Twitter, on Facebook. I put links in the past. I can put some more out on our social media, and hopefully Mel or Sawdust will jump on and put a link up. But she's done all our little characters. She's done my little Dungeon Master headshot and stuff. Really, really talented artist. Go check her out. If she's got
it's gravy time.
Jump on them. Thank you for the sub, Mr. Page and Biggie, whoever. Oh, you gifted him. Great. So what's that? So that's subs. Social media sponsors. We got a Patreon page. Go check us out. A couple of quid. You give us your money. I'll give you a 5e magazine. It's amazing. You'll love it. Guaranteed. Oh, your money back.
Bits.
Oh, bits. Oh, you're all shouting bits. Bits. Thank you, mate. So everyone, our lads, the players, and the chat.
We're going to need it. Thank you.
If you donate 200 bits to the episode, This lot will get a free reroll, not tails, to use on any D20 roll they so wish, except the Dungeon Masters. They can't carry them over, and they can only ever have 5 at one time. So thank you very much, Maybonix, for the you have a reroll. Right, I think that's it. Is that it? Oh, Leo's a badass artist as well. Go check them out.
Oh, thanks.
Bardic Inspiration, we love you. Sawdust, we love you. Yeah.
Yeah, we love everyone.
The links will be
We love you too, AD.
all through the. I need to do a massive
Please
sponsor
don't kill
post.
us.
I cannot promise that I won't kill you. I think that's it. Is that it, Mel? Am I done?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it? You're on Instagram, Leah? No, Twitter, aren't you?
All right,
Alright.
not talking to me. Cool.
Yeah.
More links coming up. Yeah, Groove. Oh, you just
Two
posted
V's,
that, Mel.
two
You just
V's.
posted
No, that one.
Oh,
KRO.
no.
that. Oh, you
I've been
fuck.
trying to
So
get that one for years.
How do you unmod, Mel?
It's gravy.
Hey.
Oh, thank you for the
Yeah.
follow, Ashen Lux. Oh, also, as Ashen Lux has just
Yay.
reminded me by following, thank you for the follow. We are only 23 off hitting 500 followers. So if you got 23 mates, or not, make some friends and send them over. Right, so let's. Oh, Syrinscape. We use Syrinscape for all our background music.
It's like, just making me do more work. That's all it is.
I know. Well,
That's what you get for being a secretary, right? Just
I mean,
deal with it.
My
it's a
day
mod's
job is
duty.
admin, yeah, so that's
Dave's.
Two of us are Twitch streamers too.
We'll put it all up in.
God, Sean, jeez,
Yeah,
actually,
so you-
3 of us are
Three?
Twitch
You
streamers.
can
Three
go
of us.
see. You can go see Sapphire, Orion, and Zandria on this channel every Tuesday. So that's.
Oh, another reroll.
Or if
Yay,
you-
more rerolls.
Thank God.
2.
They all stream as well. Go look at them. Your crew as well on Twitch, are you?
Yes.
Leo.
Yeah.
One V.
One
That's
V,
with
why I
one
got
V.
confused.
singular
There was a
V.
reason.
We'll put some links up.
one
Sapphire,
on one and two on
Zandria,
another.
you can put your own links up in the chat.
Fantastic.
Maybe we should
Oh,
maybe we should do a sponsored video and just play it at the beginning of each episode.
That
Yeah.
makes so much more sense.
That's actually a better idea. Isn't it? I'll sort that out. Right, let's have a recap.
Wait, I'll do it.
Let's get some music
There's a
going.
lot now.
These are a lot of fighty stuff. I don't want fighty stuff.
No, we
I
want
like the
spoopy.
sound of
Spoopy.
that. No, we
What's
don't want
spoopy?
spoopy.
Spoopy.
We want something gentle and
Halloween.
calming.
Send it me, Jay. Put it in the chat and I'll send it in.
How did it not go through?
No.
Right, so where is?
I can't highlight that. What am I doing?
Right, we'll be
This
right
is
with
gonna
you.
go so well, guys.
We are literally. I do
We're all
apologise.
gonna
Hey! Oh, I'm downloading one
live
called
long,
Spooky,
happy lives.
so I'll put that on soon. But for right now, let's put you on.
Spoopy.
Oh, see if
Spooky,
it's
scary
still
skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Oh, that's
And shrieking
recommend.
shells
Right.
struck your soul. See you on the internet.
Yeah, put yours in as well and then I'll stick yours in as well.
on. Right, I have some music playing. So chat, do me a favour. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's too quiet, let me know. It's on the same mixer as the players. I'll need to move it up and down.
Oh, that is creepy music. That was
So,
good.
yeah.
I can't hear it, so I will just make my own creepy music.
Oh, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. So, let's have a recap. I've got a recap somewhere. I actually wrote one today at work while on break, honest.
Oh my God. Miracle.
Ish. So,
Ish.
this lot in the Copper Forest. Basically, the Copper Forest is in a bit of a shit state. It's a very high fantasy technical term. The forest is currently at war with Ulrich, some sort of possibly unliving creature, who is leading a force of knights known as the Hooded Wolf, and they are laying waste to the creatures of the Copper Forest. The Jesuit, who is the forest incarnate, as it were, has begun losing their autumn leaves, as they have given themselves over, so their essence, their essence is now within the forest itself and helping protect it as best they can, to give the rest of the fair creatures time, basically, to run away, turn around and fight again, just to do something. The Guardian of the Forest, there are many Guardians of the Forest, but this particular champion has been used by many of the humans, but this entity that has guarded the forest for a very long time, known as Kalain the Lancelord, fell in battle to a single blow from Ulrich, and a knife gifted to them by the Blooded Hood, aka the Red Lady. Culane's physical presence is currently cocooned under a magical protection
Gravy time.
from the Jesuit. Not gravy time. And Culane's soul is within the realm of souls, where all souls must go before they go anywhere. It is the place even before purgatory. It is a place where every soul known to Colossus will at least touch once before it passes on to where it may or may not be going. And Culane's soul is within this realm. The party were given the opportunity, or the option, to use some of the Jesuit's power to send them to the realm of souls to try and bring back the soul of Culane to aid in this heavy war that is currently going on within the Copper Forest and Ulrich with his Knights of the Hooded Wolf. Never mind what's going on outside the forest, which is a civil war between the north and the south, because it's always the north and the south and never the west and the east. I just don't understand. But there's a lot of stuff going on outside the forest, but the party have decided to put a pin in it for now and allow the ivory wall to fall while to allow stuff to go.
Not our problem, not our kingdom. I mean,
Rude.
So they chose to go into the realm of souls. In doing so, or during that small portion, or just before they went to the realm of souls, Ari had a moment in the forest, with quite a few fair to be fair. But one particular encounter was with their sword. Ari's sword spoke to him, and it was the voice of one known as the Tales of Wonder. A smoky grey-furred, if Armani was a colour, that's the colour of Tails' fur. Dazzling green eyes, very much the Tabaxi version of Ari, to be fair.
A lot smoother than Harry, I feel.
Tabaxi's had a lot more experience than Harry. Tabaxi? Tails. You've got it in. And there was a conversation held where Tails enlightened Ari that Tails' presence was within the blade, and that Ari should quickly attune to embrace the power that Tails/sword, no pun intended, could gift Ari. And Sapphire attuned to the lock of hair that was gifted by Culane. So, you entered the realm of souls via the ivory tree, as the Jesuit used their power to do so. And let me bring up. As you entered this 20-foot wide ivory-barked tree. Oh, by the way, before you went in there, they were given 2 acorns, one to find Culane and one to crush, and it'd teleport them all back to the material realm, or at least to the fair realm of the Copper Forest. They went through the tree. The presence of living creatures within the realm of souls is quite potent, and the energies, whether it be arcane, divine, elemental, druidic, is unknown, but it ripped through your souls because they are still present within your physical beings. 2 of you feel as though part of you was removed, taken, put aside as you were travelling down this river of light after passing through the tree. The music is so loud. As you travelled down this river of light, and this energy came through you, you were both aware, for chat, that your will to stay alive if you were to fall in battle was diminished compared to those around you. Only by about a third. Only by about a third. So, and that was Kesfion and Arik, I believe. After you, the journey along the River of Light felt at times as if it was only a few seconds long, at other times days, months. For Kes and Arik, it even felt like years. When they finally got to the end, whatever the end can be determined in this realm, is they came into a harbour. And this harbour was situated in the Colosseum. The stonework of the harbour and architecture of the Colosseum was practically every colour that could ever be thought of and every shade in between. The entities above, as you were to look up, as you come into the harbour and stand on what can only, is hardened ground, looking up you saw moments, will-o'-the-wisp type creatures, displaying moments which you quickly, between the smarter ones of you, whether you like it or not, realise that these were memories of the souls, or souls themselves enacting what they were doing, maybe doing, thought about doing in a life that was before being a soul. Picnics, riding a horse, killing someone and enjoying it, a night of passion, the list goes on. There was a entity that seemed more real, or more held more substance, high above the Colosseum, a dragon of gold. Now, not golden scaled, actual gold. Flying high in the air with a rider of light is the only word you can think of when you see this rider. Xandria was the only one that knew the name of the dragon, or at least in the histories and stories that they heard, as Thargos, but could not recall the name of the rider. The only other draconic entity seen was a emerald dragon of massive size, curled up as if sat in front of a fire, being patted by 3 humanoid shapes that the immediate description that entered your minds was dwarves. You'd have to be a lot closer to be accurate, but they're in the air. All around you, stretching away from the Colosseum itself and out into landscapes that forever change and forever remind you of your home or travels. For example, Sapphire saw the resemblances of the Viconian tundras and evergreen trees, but also the beautiful blossoms of the Vey dynasty. Ari could see the stretching forests and hills and the ivory wall itself, or at least a mimicking of Ravenholm, and vice versa for the twins from the desert lands. And Ori also saw elements of the Vey dynasty, or the land of Vey, through the gaps in the Colosseum. And these rivers of light flow from the harbour and through the gaps. There doesn't seem to be a definitive it's pouring from that particular hole in the Colosseum or this particular area of the harbour. You can just see rivers and rivers of light pouring away as if water themselves. All around you, as you finish looking up and you sort of settle to look around you as if you first entered a town or a pub, when you first walk through the door and you then take note of those around you, you do see other humanoids walking around, some in a daze, some skulking in shadows, others sat on the edge, on the piers of the harbour and the docks, rocking backwards and forwards, crying. The majority are ignoring one another. There are the odd couple of entities that you see exchanging conversation, some silently, others in languages none of you understand, some in languages you do understand, and it's small talk basically. The thing that sticks out the most is at certain locations around the Colosseum. This Colosseum is beyond imagination. It surpasses gargantuan. It is ridiculous. But you see they are a lot more present in this realm, very similar to yourselves. When you look to your party members left and right, and you notice that you are very, very substantial, as opposed to the other humanoids that have a slight etherealness to them, akin to when a fae would cross the veil. But the other creatures that are very present are what some of you know as loxodons. So 7 to 9 feet tall, with the head of an elephant and the body of a very large humanoid. They are dressed in long green, yellows, whites, pale yellow, like almost a plethora of spring colours, because that's the colours I associate with spring. In between the robes that are all around them in those colours, you can see chainmail and the odd piece of plate armour. But the way they move, it looks more to Kesvion and Xandria's eyes. There is a glamour about their physical appearance regarding the armour and the robes. But they are quite clearly very large loxodons everywhere, like maybe a couple hundred. This is how big the place is you are right now. All of them carry a weapon of many varieties, of your land's axes, swords, hammers, daggers, long knives, bows, crossbows, bow staffs, spears, glaives. All of them carry a weapon, and all of them have a almost rainbow. When you spill oil, when you see a petrol station, you see the oil on the floor. Petrol station, very fantasy terminology. You see the oil on the floor, and you can see the rainbow colouring in the oil and water. That's what the metal of their weapons, or the striking part surface of their weapons, seems to have a sheen of rainbow across the weaponry. Now, as you are all stood there, looking around the place, 3, 2, 1, you're in. Not you, Tails.
Well, this is not quite what I was expecting, if I'm going to be honest.
Are you kidding? This place is awesome.
That's one way of describing it, I suppose. We shouldn't really linger longer than we need to be here. We should do what we need to do and get out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, the Jesuit said to stick to the path, but how do we know where Colleen's soul is going to be? There's a heck of a lot of souls here.
Do any of us? Can we track souls? Looks over at Orion.
Have a look see, can I track souls? I can track undead. Does she count as undead? Do you count as undead, sorry?
Everything.
They're definitely closer to undead than any of the other things you can track. I would say you don't necessarily have advantage, but I will lower the DC.
Okay.
But
I will happily. Can I
Uh,
assist? Can I assist Orion in that as well?
You can,
I mean,
but I will say for Leo's benefit, last week the 2 acorns they were given, one of them
Let's say I call
gets
character.
one of them. Yeah, sorry. One of them is to get you home. The other one warms the closer you get to killing.
Okay. I got it'd be survival.
Yeah. Yep.
I got 21.
Oh, wow.
Actually rolled something decent. Double digits.
Do you do you have the acorn? Has anyone given the acorn to Orion?
Maria's got the acorns, I think.
Have you given the acorn to Orion?
Not as of this moment, no, because nobody has said.
I was gonna say.
Orion would be like, give me that acorn thing. My help.
In that case, as soon as I ask for the acorn, I will give the acorn.
Well, this was
It's just
smooth.
like it's teeny.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
a
it's-
very, very small. It's an actual acorn. So, in your 7'7", 9-foot horned self,
Right,
I'm
I
surprised
still
you can
have-
even see the bloody acorn. To be fair, there you go. A jade is not 9 foot tall. So
It's the size of the acorn.
that's what I said. So holding the
Alright.
acorn, you hone in, and it's less of a looking for tracks because this place is very, very different to what you're used to tracking your targets, we'll say. But holding the acorn, there is a warmth to it when you turn and look in a northwesterly. You feel it's not. If you were to stand in the middle of the Colosseum and just assumed that it was on a compass point, your immediate feeling is to go northwest. Whether you're actually going northwest or not, you've just gone, fuck trying to work it out. I'm going to say that's north and this is northwest. That will help you give yourself a direction. And you feel that if you were to take... Go on.
Sorry.
Go on, you
I wanted
Corinne.
to ask, in this realm, would my ghosty arm be slightly more seeable?
So, as you're holding the acorn, you hold it in your real arm, and as you hold it to your chest, just naturally, you're putting both hands to your chest. But obviously, no, it's just a memory of your arm. And you look down, and you do indeed see your arm start to not necessarily manifest, but there is a lot more substance to it. It's not quite solid, but it has a similar to when it appears in the material realm. That it has a ghostly facade to it, but it's definitely something you can grip with and swing your sword with. It is almost solid enough to use, with a transparency to it. And you all see Ori's arm. Which will answer Kess's question of 4 sessions ago.
Huh.
So you do have an arm, or
Is your arm dead?
Well, yeah, that's
It's-
what happens when arms get removed. They kind of die.
It's not important right now.
No.
We saw Claim, or what was like a young Claim beside a bear in in dense forest, but I don't know how that works here. And he's gonna kind of like have a sort of look around at just the sheer vastness of it and how everything seems to almost be kind of amalgamated together from kind of how you were describing it. There's not like a, well, that's where the mountain range is, let's head
Correct.
that
Yeah.
way. It's all kind of like,
There's a lot
Ori does have a
of souls.
almost focus point though, to at least start the journey.
Yeah, I think she might be in this general direction.
okay.
well, let's lead on.
No,
the sooner we get him back, the sooner we can press on with this war.
As you go on.
or you'll go on forward. I call them
Holding
Nolly.
this
That's
tiny-
why. It's like, don't drop it.
Just like a Malteser, just it's gone. Where's the acorn? I've eaten it.
Oh no!
So as you step forwards, and you hear, as if your boots or your bare feet or however you are clothed on your feet, as if walking on wood. But when you look down, there is almost like dry ice everywhere with a backlit yellow glow to it. You start walking across this strange dock towards buildings again of this plethora of colours, or palette of colours, to the artistic term is. And you sort of, Ori is focused, looking left and right a lot, very much like a compass trying to find north and spinning around, trying to focus on where the heat of that acorn is taking you. And then you notice that Ari's not with you. So you turn, and Ari's rooted in place, with his sword in his hand. And in front of his sword, would you like to describe what they see, Tales of Wonder?
Oh,
No.
you see, approximately 5'10", the slickest, most beautiful grey fur you have ever seen,
Oh, man.
looking absolutely on point in this well-tailored black silk shirt. And in fact, the entire outfit, it's just, fantastic. A little rapier to the side with like a green emerald in, a little green pin around the shirt, and the eyes. Oh, such dazzling green.
I'm not sure we needed the rest of the party for this session, Eddie, but well played.
I stab him.
And
He appeared out of nowhere. He's the same height as me. He's good looking, and he's standing in front of Harry. All of those are warning shots.
You see a tabaxi stood in front of Harry. You lot don't recognise the tabaxi. Harry, you recognise the tabaxi as the one from the vineyard you saw in your dream. And the descriptive narrative David Attenborough voice around you is very similar to the one that spoke to you.
Have the rest of us noticed that he's just down tools in the middle of the street?
You see the tabaxi.
Yeah, you all turn and see Harry face to face with a tabaxi, and Harry's got his sword in his hand. Give me a perception check, you four.
A beautiful tabaxi.
A beautiful tabaxi. To be fair,
Die.
Sean's the lion Viking tabaxi. I'm with Sean. He ticked every box, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I got
We are
17.
very much the opposite ends of
Yeah.
the tabaxi lines.
Sapphire, what do you get on your perception?
10.
Kes?
30-20.
Ori?
17.
Zandria?
24.
Cool. So bar Sapphire, you all notice that one, Tails is less substantial than you lot, but more substantial than every other person here. And he's holding, well, it's at his side, but the hilt of the blade of his rapier is the exact same as Ari's, in that they both have 9 dulled emerald. Well, Tails is a little bit brighter. Ari's is dulled, but it's the same design of rapier, same 9 emerald gems set in the basket hilt of the rapier. And they stood about 4 inches apart. He's not just appeared out of nowhere, you just turned and seen Ari face to face with the tabaxi.
Ari, it's not really the time.
Yeah, we know you like to flirt, but really, we're on a job here.
I'm right here, you know.
Whoever you are, we have business to deal with. So unless you can help us find the person we're looking for, could you please leave? I just gesture to Ari. Just don't interact with him because he's easily distracted, and you are very distracting.
I am
It's
very
really pretty.
distracting, I know.
As you say that, it's just...
Is this guy a ghost or undead?
I don't know. Do you want me to stab him? I'll find out.
No, don't stab him.
Give me a Arcana check with advantage.
Oh. 19.
He's neither, but he's
Oh.
definitely not living.
Where blood hunters
Not-
stand on that ground.
Sapphire will walk over and be like, so, wait, whoa, where are you from? I haven't seen you before. You're a very different tabaxi to me. Sapphire is like a very, he's like a 6'6"
You're 6'6".
6'6" white lion tabaxi, all muscles, so no like slickness like you have.
No Armani.
So
Guys!
rugged.
More Lidl with a sledgehammer.
We've got...
I like this. This is good. It's a good look on you. So rugged and... I like it. Anyway,
Ari, Sapphire!
Stop flirting!
Tails.
He's pretty.
Oh,
I don't care! Come on!
hang on. You brought me here. So, let's just get this straight. I'm not the distraction. Well, I am. But, you brought me here.
Evil, mate?
Pretty sure
We didn't. No, you're
No.
not.
Harry
You
did.
didn't come through the tree.
That is...
What?
Harry, you're bringing them with you now instead of just seeking them out?
When you say them, I have a name, thank you very much.
No, I was being more general. Ari seems to be distracted by pretty people quite a lot. Although, what is your name? Because that's good to know.
Tales of Wonder, of course.
Also
Tales
answer
of
my question.
Wonder.
You evil?
Am I evil?
Yeah.
That depends what you consider evil, really.
That sounds pretty evil.
Yeah, so it's pretty
Wow.
evil. Can I insight check this cat? Like, evil
Inside,
cat?
roll an
Evil
inside check. Roll an inside check, Ori.
Oh shit, 7.
Don't
7.
think I'm lying.
It's... He's got a point.
Alright, well I like him.
Well,
the look
Thank
of
you.
sheer betrayal that you get from
Yeah.
Kes.
Not that Tails will need any encouragement, but just so Eddie is aware, Ori is supernaturally beautiful. Like divine.
There is a
Well,
quite the
clearly.
collective of beautiful people here. It's good. It's quite the remarkable achievement, really. So many beautiful people in one place.
Should we just leave them?
just leave.
do
Just,
this and we'll
yeah.
come
No,
back?
let's just.
Like-
I don't care. We have a job to do. We have to find Colleen. This is not helping.
Oh,
If
the
you
wanna
three
stay
want
here,
to stand here
Orion,
and
can I have
flirt-
the...
What business do you have with the landlord in this place?
No, I'll come.
Wait.
We're fine. Just read.
You know Colleen.
personal friends, really.
Before we go into all of that, you've been suspiciously quiet, Harry.
That is a good point. You are normally a lot more talkative than this.
Cat got your tongue. Sorry.
I actually look at Orion and I just kind of go, my respect for you has suddenly gone up.
Beautiful and witty.
Orion,
No,
you
just
check
like
your
Kess is just full on hiding his face in his
you check your
hands.
pockets, Orion, and you find a inspiration dice from the dungeon master.
Yes, I'm gonna say we don't get self dice.
Dice.
Sass dice are a thing.
Nice.
Back to the main
Break
problem.
me
You are very
completely,
quiet.
like, uh-huh.
You are incredibly quiet, Ari. What is going on?
So do you remember the Jesuit talking about dreams and how things can come to you in your dreams and it's a bit weird? Yeah, those came to me in a dream.
Well,
So now you're having dreams about your conquest, right?
He's
Well,
not- I've never met
been
him
with you a
before.
little bit longer than that, one might say.
Is there somewhere to sit down here?
floor. You can sit on the floor, Kes.
Just like out of the way, because like I'm just gonna find a bench because you guys seem like you're having a moment here.
There are places. It's almost a mimicry of many of the harbours you've seen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go take a sit.
Give me a perception
Pull out
check.
my needle point. Just work on some shit. Just
Cool.
wait till
Disadvantage
these
on your
guys finish
perception
up.
check while you're needle pointing.
Cool.
So close to a normal roll. So what do you get? What do you get, Luke?
I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
Roll faster!
Faster, okay. It's a 12. In
12?
fact, no, because I haven't added my perceptions. That's a 15.
15?
Disadvantage. Yarr.
You see 4 or 5 of the Loxodons approach a group of souls that seem to be not physically fighting or anything, but you can see them dispersing this collective of souls, maybe about 300 feet from you. It's far in the distance, but as they go into them and their weapons they use them to push the souls away, almost like a sheepdog would herd sheep. And they sort of usher them away from each other. What you notice just before they were ushered away from each other is the etherealness of their soul light was sparking, only ever so slightly from this distance. But the Loxodons were not happy that they were near each other. It's a long ways off. Carry on.
Don't understand any of that.
Give me a performance check and then I'll come back to you.
Me?
Yeah, you're needleworking. I want to know what you've done.
Yeah. I'm pretty damn good with an 18. In fact, did I get anything on performance? No, dirty 20, yo.
Yep.
Forgot I had charisma.
Somehow you have charisma.
It's all for looming and stabbing people, okay? And needlepoint, apparently. So
Your needle point over the next 20 minutes while this lot are talking, whatever image you decide to create is pretty damn impressive. I'll come back to you because I want to know what you've created. You 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so beside the point of you are bringing... Sorry, Tails, was it?
Yes.
Beside the point you're bringing Tails, who we don't know where they've come from, apart from the fact that you say they've come from a dream. And you, Tails, seem to know Kalain. How about you help us out and you come with us to find Kalain's soul so that we can return back to the Copper Forest and win a war?
That's all well and good. Xandria, is it?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's all coming back. I've seen you all.
That's a
I
bit
read dreams about
disturbing.
you.
That's also really
Oh.
disturbing. Please don't go
And
any
how
further
are
with
he
that.
dreams? It's good.
I'm gonna stab you if you don't shut your mouth and start talking about other things.
Oh, Xandria's getting over her jealousy.
You do know that's not a threat where we are. I like the
That's
fire in
beside
your
the
words.
point. That's beside the point.
Okay.
It's
So-
okay.
Feels good.
She tried to stab me when we first met too.
Yeah.
What? Is that like a term of endearment for you?
Well, not really. I didn't try and stab Ari, nor did I try to stab any of our other companions. It just happens to be the fact that this one, and I point to Sapphire, was looming quite menacingly outside of one of our companions' doors while they slept. Little bit weird.
You make it sound so
Whatever.
pervy.
From my point of view, it was very pervy.
Ears
Perhaps
droop.
we should get a few things straight. I am not from a dream. I am currently, well, I'm supposedly trapped within that sword that Ari carries.
I see.
By proxy, you brought me here. And yes, I am a friend of the landlord, but I have no more of an idea where the landlord is in this place than you. It's quite the big place. I arrived the moment you arrived.
So you're trapped in Ari's sword. So apart from being slightly annoying, there's not much you can actually help with, am I correct?
Well, that depends what you need help with.
Well, you can't physically help us in a fight, bar, being in Ari's hand as a sword, correct?
I would say that I can't remember what year you said it was. Around the time, 86 years from now. It's a lot of experience. I think I'm around 109, give or take. That's quite the plethora of information that I have right here. Is that of use?
It very well could be. Depends on how much information and knowledge you have about this place that could be useful to us.
What do you need to know?
Well, at the moment, we need to try and figure out where the landlord is, and seems Orion has a vague idea from their little tracking using the acorn. But I suppose until we explore a bit further, we won't know what we need to know.
Might I ask, Orion, how are you sensing this?
It's I was trained to hunt, basically.
So it's a gut feeling one, let's say.
A gut feeling with
Tiny
Some-
acorn.
this tiny acorn, very helpful. A gut feeling mixed with know-how and knowledge on how to find certain things. And
Oh, I get
acorn
that.
will help.
It's how I hunt fiends too.
Orion gives you a look. He's just like,
Not all fiends. He quickly adds.
That's two. Sapphire's been quite pally with.
I would say, in a place like this, the best solution would to be follow that gut feeling. There's no maps of this place. There's no set routes. You can simply go on what you're feeling.
Well, that was the plan, but then, we turned around and you were yay close to Ari. And Ari looked like
Hey.
he shit himself.
Wondrous surprise, one might say.
are you only able to be in this plane, or can you be in other planes as well? Like, why? And also, why were you in that sword to begin with?
My best bet on why I'm here in this plane is that I am currently stuck in that sword. This is the plane of souls, and because you have brought the sword here, I have manifested in some sort of a sense, but not quite like you. I don't think I'm meant to be here. So exciting. What is your other
Technically, we're not supposed to be here either. We're not dead.
true?
Or his other question was, why are you in the sword?
About let's say, 80-ish, 86 years from now, get in a fight. That fight goes, rather unfortunately for myself. And then I end up in the sword. Is about as clear as I can give it.
Okay, out of character question, but still directed at Tails. Does he have toe beans?
Do I have what?
Toe beans.
Toe
You're a
beans.
cat.
But I'm saying yeah. I'm saying yeah.
Sapphire does. I assume he does.
Sake.
I hope they're little pink ones, because sometimes black cats are pink. That's so cute.
And rein it back
I'm
in.
Wait, so you're saying 86 years from now?
Now, which means you're from the future?
Well, unless there is a different word for it, then yes.
So not only are you stuck in a sword, but you're stuck in the sword in a past timeline.
That about sums it up. I'd rather like to sort out this mess, and the first step in that for myself is for Ari to make herself more acquainted with the sword, one might say. And then
Please
perhaps we
don't.
can sort out this debacle.
I don't really want to know how he needs to get more acquainted with the sword. That's definitely something for you and him to discuss in private time when
I
none
know.
of us can see.
It's
I'm
fine.
sure we could
I
have a
know.
lot of fun.
I just glare at him.
Ari, give me a perception check, please.
I am glaring hard.
And Sapphire leans over to Xandria and goes, "Is this a sex joke?"
That's a 9. He doesn't
Yes.
know anything.
Sword butt plugs.
So,
No!
Ari, you don't notice it. Tails, can you roll a
Sapphire
d20,
looks at
please?
his Naginata and then back at Orion and goes,
That is.
Am I making...
You're rolling a perception check, yeah.
That's good.
That is not a kink we are getting into.
"We don't kink shame in the spirit world."
We do when it's
23?
sword butt plugs.
23. So,
Anything goes in the spirit world.
what you notice, it's even a surprise to yourself, is you and Ari are mirroring each other's movements.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ari does not see it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Darling, it
No.
appears now.
Don't make it filthy, you animals.
Somewhat
I
insane.
am in no way involved in these shenanigans. Thank you very much.
You enjoy your needle point.
Yeah. Right. Well, all of this aside, we do really need to start getting a move on. Like I say, we don't want to be here any longer than we need to be. We don't want to upset the balance any more than we already are going to by retrieving Colleen's soul. So Orion, if you have a vague idea of which direction we should start in, then please, for the love of the deities, just start walking.
Right. Kess,
Do not want to get
you
your
call
friend.
out.
I'm going to say.
Kinda look up.
We're heading
You
off.
done?
Yeah.
Please
Cat's
come
coming
back.
with.
Pack up.
Cass,
And
as
head
you
back
are
over.
packing up, you hear a thud, bump, smash, kapowie, ye olde Batman style behind you. As you sort of look around the side of the building, you see one of the Loxodons sweep a greatsword, again with this rainbow metallic edge to it, through what appears to be someone as substantial as yourselves. You don't see the Loxodon speak, but you do hear their voice return home as its sword cleaves through this living entity. And the living entity you see just before...
Luke's face.
just,
His Kess's face.
just before they evaporate into a million pieces of like glittering dust, there is fear and pain in their face as that blade cuts through them. And then they walk off. They walk away. And it is quiet again by yourself. Maybe stealthiness is needed.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Stealth it up.
Yeah, he's gonna make his way quickly over towards the rest of the party. quietly inform them that the guards around here don't seem to be big fans of people quite as corporeal as ourselves. We might want to get in and get out as quickly as possible. Really try not to be seen by them.
Easily done. Says the giant bright red 7'7" Oni.
Stealth is my middle name. So
God.
do we?
Why might I ask, are you bringing the Landlord back if he's here?
Because we need him. He's the only one that has so far managed to stand up against a fight against.
Can we talk and walk? Can we talk and walk?
Yeah.
Talk and sneak.
Perhaps we'll find
even better.
Perhaps we'll find a quieter spot to have a little soiree and figure out what we're actually doing.
I
If this
thought we
is
were following
the main route, it seems.
where
We're just gonna follow the giant red Oni tracking hound.
If you walk and talk, can you give me stealth checks at disadvantage, please? I mean, talking and walking is a brilliant way to sneak.
Whispering. Oh shit! Oh, I rolled 2 6s, so you know.
I rolled a 16 and a 17.
Wait, did you say we're rolling with disadvantage?
You are
Yeah.
good.
I rolled a
Christ almighty.
10.
Tails, straight roll for yourself.
My lowest one was a 20.
Oh, nice.
23.
Nice.
You're the rogue.
Yeah, you should be stealthy.
Wait, how much do you like? What's your
Plus
stealth
7,
modifier?
and I rolled a 16 and a 17. Finally
I
rolled
thought
good
you-
for the first time in 2 weeks.
I thought you said you got 3
No, 23.
and 3, and I was like,
How has that happened?
no.
23.
So, Kess, what did you get? What did you get, Kess?
I got 1 sec. Sorry, I was too busy freaking out. I got 19.
19. All right, less, I believe.
10.
Oh,
Sandra?
jeez. I got 17.
Tails.
35.
Jesus.
So,
You timed that perfectly.
imagine, Harry, what you could be when you grow up. So, as you all decide to keep low or out the way and try and use these rainbow-esque coloured structures to avoid the gaze of these loxodons, you all pretty much disappear along the edge of it. For a brief moment, you've completely lost Tails. There's a sigh of relief. And then you hear a bit of a do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. And you turn around and Ori's like, hello. Not doing a great job at stealthing. And has not quite, mastered the art of pinning oneself to the side of a building while sneaking. And you do notice that a couple of the loxodons look in on his direction and converse with one another. They are about 200 feet away. They're a long way, but they are looking. They are beamed in on it. In front of you and to your left is the alleyways of the harbour buildings. Or you can go across the stretch of the arena floor to the flowing rivers that Ori believes is the direction of
definitely
Kalain.
point them towards the alleyways. That's where he's used to kind of skulking.
They are very familiar to the
Understanding.
alleyways you sculpt in Ravenholm.
Yes!
At least for you, Harry.
Okay, did we see the lockstones
Looking at you.
fussing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely fussing. They're a long way off.
Alright, we'll go down the alleyway.
So you nip down the alleyways. To yourself and Sapphire, it feels very akin to hiding in the orchards when you were younger. To Kess and Zandria, you get a familiar feeling of darting behind the canvas tents of your tribe when they were set up fully for a couple of weeks. And Harry, it feels like the alleyways of home. Tails,
Where he belongs.
pick one, mate. Pick one. So you are now out of the eye of the Loxodons, and you are hidden among the alleyways or snickets and ginnels of these rainbow stoned structures.
Ari, darling. Ari,
I don't think he wants to talk to you.
why not? What's up?
Probably because if he opens his mouth might end up somewhere he doesn't want to be.
Ari, I've
Guys.
had a devilishly good idea.
Not the time or the place.
It's really good.
No.
You know you want to get more acquainted with the sword. I've thought of the perfect thing.
Can we not do this right now, guys? Please.
I mean,
entertaining.
I know.
Do you want to die?
There's only a slim chance, but it is devilish. It's magnificent.
I'm listening.
oh jeez.
So, you see the Loxodons. I think one way of becoming more acquainted with the sword might be to steal something from a Loxodon. One of the guardians of the realm of souls.
S stops and turns round.
How much
Are you fucking
more
high?
devilish can you
Probably.
get?
He probably
Darling, it would
is.
be perfect.
Is there? Xandria just goes up to Ari's soul and looks at the sun, just like, is there an off switch for this or something? Can we just remove? Can we turn him off?
There is a red ruby on the pommel of the dagger.
Smash it.
You take a point of damage.
What, for smashing my hand on the ruby?
That's a sharp ruby.
Think of it. Think of it.
Alright.
The
Well, also,
story
Ariel
itself,
kind of slap your hand off.
the
Stop the-
absolute audacity to steal from a guardian of the realm of souls.
Tails.
Oh.
That's. I agree with these guys. I think it's a really stupid idea.
But you're going to do it.
No, I'm not.
Oh. Where's the fun in that?
They are right. We need
How
to
about-
find Kalain.
How about, hear me out on this one, we make it a little party and I join. I will assist.
Has anybody got some, like, I don't know, astral rope or something we can gag him with to shut him up?
I mean, I do
that-
like gags, but not the time. Ari, please.
Ari, give me another
There's
perception check.
You and I.
Disadvantage.
No, straight roll this time.
Straight roll.
Or he just looks at Sapphire like, this guy, I quite like him.
13.
13. There is only every now and then, it's not a constant for you, you notice, you can't work out if you're mimicking Tails or if Tails is mimicking your movements. It feels a bit of both now and then.
Darling, it would be sublime. You and I,
Literally
do
do not
this?
have time for this.
we definitely
We're leaving
do.
you here.
Where else are you going to go? We're down an alleyway. It could get a little bit frisky. It's fantastic.
You hear heavy footfalls at the end of the alleyway.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's the one. You and I together.
No.
And you see a
slip past.
Loxodon walk past the end of the alleyway, sort of looking around, but doesn't look down
So
the alleyway.
perfect. You and I will assist. How about that? You slip past, use the sword to slice his pouch from his belt, grab it, and off we go into the
For
darkness.
what
or
end? There's
light.
literally no reason to do it. We need
You
to
want
go
to
find
become more
Kalain.
acquainted with the sword. You've got to do something daring.
I'm leaving them.
Yeah. Fuck.
So,
Adios, amigos.
Ari's coming. Ari's coming with you guys. He doesn't agree.
you have the alleyway where you came in, where the Loxodon walked past, and the alleyway, or at least the feeling of alleyways, further into the rainbow structures. The alleyway leading away from where you first came in is away from the way Ori said to go. So you would essentially be going the long way around, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
I mean, you
The
can.
long way round, but hiding seems
Yeah, that's
smarter
fine.
than the short way round. But it is
Actual-
longer with Tails.
Yeah. No, I'd rather we didn't, run into a.
Yeah, no, I
magic
think one of these big boys could outrun me. So,
Us elephants are well known for outrunning slender fairy folk.
Look, I've never encountered one of these before. And I'm on their home turf. I don't know what kind of who's it's and what's it's they can get up to.
They're good at sprinting. They're not good at cross country.
You lot give. They're just massive dwarfs. You all except Tails, all of you give me a history check to see if you remember the fight in the Copper Forest.
That's intelligence.
I got a good intelligence roll. Jeez.
I mean, so did I. It was,
Sapphire?
it was just. I mean, I got an 18 with a plus 0.
Oh, nice. Kesfield?
I got an 18 with a -1.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's better.
Ori?
Oh, 24.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Zandria?
18.
Harry?
19.
Oh, Jesus. Harry's back, kids. Harry's back.
Yeah.
The elephant head of the Loxodon and the way they are attired reminds you of some of the carvings on the Chukruani totem poles that were the anchors in the Copper Forest, amongst other large creatures.
That was my 19.
It was, yeah.
So,
You lot decided to just go mad on 24.
Harry, let's talk business. Think about it.
How corporeal is Tails?
Less than yourselves. Like,
Tails
is
real
one
enough to pick up and just carry away with us.
He does
So
look
that we
real
can
enough.
get this.
He looks real
Not
enough
done.
that you can make contact with.
Yep. Then he's going over my shoulder and we're leaving. I've got shit
Cool.
to do.
Tails, do you
Yeah.
allow that to happen, or do you contest?
Absolutely not.
So,
Saying we're
Kes,
actually-
can you give me a grapple check? Athletics. Tails, you get to choose acrobatics or athletics as you are the defender.
Ooh, no, I'm not getting anywhere if he's getting acrobatics. I saw that 30, whatever he rolled. Which is a shame because that was a good roll. But I don't think it's going to be good enough.
Tails
I
is
got
just high enough to be a
28.
pain in my ass.
You've got no chance. You rolled
28.
28.
What did you roll, Kes? What did you roll?
25.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Think.
Tails, you are impressed that Kes actually managed to grab you for a split second. As Kes darts forward, it's only because of your experience and cat-like reflexes. Bubbles. I'll give myself a dance of inspiration. That you move out of the way, but Kes actually grabs your shirt for a very split second, and it's quite impressive how fast Kes actually moved. Level 6.
Perhaps you could get on this little party as well. You could be a distraction. Oh,
Look you get is just like,
Yes, let's just leave him. Let's move. We
you
haven't
know
got
I'm
time.
good, right? Like, you can't get rid of me.
I mean,
No,
Harry,
but we
that's
can
your
ignore
sword,
you.
Right? Like, I don't want to ignore him. He's cool, but like we should move. So,
Oh.
Harry, if you move, like your sword has to drag him along or something, right? Like,
I mean, I
He's
could
been in
just...
very close proximity all this time, Harry. Sapphire might have a point.
So,
can you make him dance?
Less of a point.
we're leaving them. Orion, are you going to be
I mean, I'm
helpful
happy to
here?
I
or-
mean, they can walk and
Talk.
talk if they need to.
Tails,
I don't know why
you
we
can.
keep stopping.
Harry holds out his hand to Tails.
oh, hand in hand. How delightful. I take it.
As these two skip along, you lot making your way further into the alleyways, yeah?
Yeah. Following the direction of the acorn.
Cool. The acorn is back the way you came into the open of the arena. So Ori, I believe, is going to lead you out and around.
Yeah.
Yep. While you are walking through the alleyways, you hear the stereotypical noises of ghost stories, crying people in buildings that you can't see into, just out of earshot, you hear the whimperings of someone who's sorrowful. You hear the boisterous tones of somebody talking of something they've done in great grandeur. Less charming, the tales. But you get those elements of the further into these alleyways you go, the closer you get to moments of loss and the parts of the realm that maybe when they got off the River of Light weren't one for the arena sands and were more for hiding out the way to deal with what's before them. Just ahead of you, Ori, you notice that there is a very small creature. It's not really humanoid, but it is very akin to a ball of fur with teeth. It is like... Have you seen Critters? No, that didn't work. Sean knows.
I'm just thinking to Piglio. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yes!
Not far off. It's a little ball of
My
fur.
namesake.
It is all face, teeth, red eyes. Looks like a little angry bastard. It don't really have legs and arms, but it does have hands and feet that all have claws on them. So it's sort of like and it scuttles across. It scuttles across in front of you.
Did you bring a bucket hat?
Well, you have to get closer to find out. But it just scoots across into the other alleys, and only you notice it because of your order of the Ghost Slayer.
Did anyone else see that little thing just run by? No.
No.
Alright, keep an eye out for little beasties. I don't know what they are. Would I know what it is?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know ghosts.
Ghost Slayers can usually roll on things.
Do I get advantage if it's undead?
It is definitely undead.
I get advantage. Oh, that didn't do very well. 15.
15. It's called a crit. C-R-I-T. Yep. And it is the bitter taste that a soul leaves behind when that acknowledgement of like, I didn't want to die, like, I don't want to die, I don't want to pass on, I don't want to leave that world, that plane, that fair realm, that elemental of air, fire, material. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. They don't accept it, and that manifests. That becomes angry and vile and bitey and sharp. And in this realm of souls, you've heard of these things called crits. They are very, very, very rarely seen in the material realm. You've yet to actually encounter one, and even throughout all your training, even those of your order spoke of them but had never met them. They'd only for a soul to be truly that past that point of acceptance, for a crit to manifest, is a soul truly lost. And these crits, you get you remember a few of the stories, but you remember mostly that they are definitely an embodiment of unlife. They are undead, your speciality. Apparently they are weak to hit, but very strong when they bite.
Okay. Do I know that they're aggressive?
They are the last bitterness of a soul, so you can assume they're quite aggressive.
Okay.
They're
Just turn around.
They're about 2 foot high, and about a foot wide.
Do they have toe beans?
When one claws you in the face, you can have a perception check.
Okay. Ari will turn around and just looks like there's crits. Small, angry ghosts. Sort of things. Keep an eye out. He'll kind of have his sword. He'll put his free hand on one of his swords.
Okay. And you all keep walking through the alleyways, yeah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
now trying to keep an eye out for whatever the heck these things are, as well as...
Ooh, expecting a fight. I like it.
Cool. So, the alleys twist, and they twist differently for each one of you, yet you all seem to remain next to each other. Even at the forks in the alleyways, where it is, well, alright, left, or he's going left, so we'll go left. But then you look across and you notice how he's gone right. But when you go to correct yourselves, you're all stood together going in the same direction. You accept just to keep your eyes on the back of Ori and stay as best beamed on as you can.
Just get in his hair and we'll ride.
Yeah. Ori, you lead them for maybe 30 minutes through alleyways that just seem to never end. You spot another 2, another 3, now 5 of these crits. The fact that there was more than 1 is a bit of a, oh shit. 5, that's a lot of these creatures. There's a lot of bitterness and hate and vileness left a soul to manifest into these little creatures. Ahead of you, the alleyway forks into about 5 separate other streets that go around these rainbow buildings, but one of them leads out into an open area and you can hear the noise of a stream. And just ahead, beyond the opening of the alleyway, you can see a river of light flowing down a long hill. It's about 80 feet from you to the end of the alleyway out. And the alleyway is about 10 feet wide. You just keep going.
And that's the direction that I feel the apron goes?
That's the most comfortable direction you think to go towards getting back on track for the Acorn.
Okay. Yeah, head towards, be ready for crits.
Cool.
Oh, keep kind of a hand on the stabbies.
As
I
you
feel like
walk,
Harry would actually pull his rapier.
cool. You pull the
Your
rapier.
rapier wants you to pull it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
As you pull the
I said
rapier,
it.
despite Tails smiling, you also notice that Tails has a rapier in his hand. As you are walking down the alleyway, can you all give me wisdom saves?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Got wisdom out the wazoo. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm
In
fine.
theory, I should be good at this.
You.
In theory. Oh, that's 15.
I can't see what you are. What are you? What are you?
Oh, as long
What
as
are
it's
you?
a D20, you should be alright.
Yeah, but I can't see what number it is.
Roll a D4.
What are you? Oh, you're okay. Just kidding.
Okay, so Sapphire, what did you get?
A 15.
15. Guess.
That was a nat 20.
Ooh, you done. Alright.
10.
Ari.
14.
1. Zandria.
And a 15.
Cool. So 15 and above. You are walking along the alleyway, and you're like, right, we're ready. Keep an eye out for these crit creatures that Ori's talking about. Oh, right, where's Ori? Harry, have you seen? Where's Harry? No Harry, no Tails, no Ori. You 3 are in a dark alleyway. Dark only because the buildings are looming over you. They didn't appear that looming before. And in front of you, there is a tiny little third creature, all teeth and red eyes, angry little claws on its hands and feet, staring at Sapphire, Kess, and Zandria. Ori, you're like, right, got to go this way, and you step, and before you is an orchard. There is a blossom tree of apple blossom, greens and whites falling to the floor, and sat on a bench is someone very, very similar to you, with a tiny frail body. Hang on. They have a sword resting on the tree stump next to them. They do not acknowledge you when you enter that little glade. You are
They're
very.
red?
You do. You know 100% who it is, Ori. Do you know who it is, Leo? Or do you need me to tell you? Do you need
Yes,
me to
you're very mean.
And that is before
Ready.
you. Ari, you've got a queue. There's a queue. Ari, you walk into a tavern. It's incredibly noisy. Very, very noisy. At the far end of the bar is Elva.
Oh
Yep.
no.
sat there as if you saw her the first day that you saw her. Yep. Stood next to you, or sat next to you on a stool with a pint, and your pint in front of you is Tales of Wonder. And you were both witnessing a tavern scene and the very first time you saw Elva. Ari and Ori, I will say, mainly for you, Ori, because of your training. In fact, give me a perception roll because you're having a bit of an emotional turmoil right now.
In character and out of character.
A 5.
A 5.
I'm used to it. I'm just like, yeah.
Ari, you'll give me a perception check with advantage.
It's that with advantage.
You have
At this
you
point,
have-
you have. At this point, Mel, you have suffered so much trauma in 23 sessions that you have become desensitized to it.
Yeah.
We've done you
I
a
have. Ari
favour.
hasn't. It's fine.
So, Ari,
19.
so Ari, on a 19, you kind of look over at Elva. You are quite. She doesn't look like the entities you saw outside in the arena. She doesn't look like a soul. Right? She doesn't look like a soul. Tails kind of leans in and kind of whispers. She looks more alive than she did the last time you seen her. Almost acknowledging the vision you had with her scarred face and such. Ori, you are trying to convince yourself it's not true. Your training is screaming at you that it's not true, but your heart is convinced it is. So you are currently... Yeah!
It's gravy time.
Oh, that was a very well timed.
Welcome to the
gravy
trauma
time.
train.
Thanks for the follow,
Choo-choo.
Rosalie. Oh, Jesus. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. You three, this little tiny creature in front of you is just sort of bopping about. It just sort of rocks backwards and forwards on its feet. And stares at you. Just stares at you. It's about 30 feet up the alleyway. And it's just sort of like,
Does
yeah.
it look like it's is it, yeah, I'm going to be a wee bastard, or is it, yeah, I'm just going to block the way?
Insight check.
Insight check the little critter.
That is... What have I got on insight? I don't think I've actually used insight yet. That is a 17.
17? Oh, it looks like come and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Yup, I'm going to run it and stab it.
Cool. You three roll initiative.
Yes.
Ari and Tails? What are you doing? Or Tails, what are you doing?
Good to see what this absolute delight called Ari is doing. It's your little
Right.
manifestation.
Ari kind of leans into him.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think that's her.
all right. So, what are we going to do about it?
I'm gonna get up and try and leave the bar.
You're not going to leap up onto the table and swashbuckle your way out of it.
That's exactly what Ari did the first time he met Elva.
Oh,
It's uncanny how accurate Tails is.
Yeah, I guess we get out of this the way we came in.
oh, I'm so excited. Chance to see you in action without having to dream about it, let's say.
So, Ari, do you leap on the bar and enact a swashbuckling scenario?
Yes.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, yes. Okay.
No, I won't jinx yourself.
I know. No, we're good. That is a 22.
Bravo.
Cool.
Oh,
Through
So-
that level in Bard.
Very much like the first time you saw Elva and decided to try your luck with your boyish charms, you leap onto the bar and whip out the emerald-studded rapier. You also notice that every one of your leaps, twists, flicks, riposts, Tails is doing exactly the same, but on the floor of the bar. As in, he's not laid down. I mean, he's not on the bar. Everyone around him is moving out the way and watching you two do this dance with these swords. It is near perfect to the point in the corner you see your old sword instructor, smiling face, clapping away. Elva notices you, and you notice her noticing you. And you have a rush of emotion and flashback of that first time. You are lost for a moment that you are in the realm of souls, hunting down the soul of a mighty fair warrior with a talking sword, and you are in the moment. You are first time seeing Elva. It's taking you back. Grandfather's alive, the wall's fine, there's no civil war, life is good. You've even met a new friend who's got Armani fur and is pretty dab hand with a blade. And you start feeling the need to reenact what you did all those years ago and approach Elva. As you approach Elva, you feel more and more confident with the blade in your hand, and you feel it becoming attuned to you, as if just doing that display of what drives you and what gives you your charm is meant to be, and you feel you've never felt more comfortable with sword in hand, throwing away the memories of the wooden ones and the heavier ones to strengthen your wrists and forearm. This emerald studded, and then you pause for a moment. Where's the eagle? Where's the motif of the eagle? Emerald's nothing to do with me. It's nothing at all to do with me. And you turn. The tavern is quiet. Everyone's just staring at you, Elva included. Barman, band, everyone's just staring. And there's just you and Tails there. You are attuned to the blade, and you feel the presence of 9. You feel the presence of 9 souls in the basket hilt. You also feel the missing elements of 9 souls. There is a confusion. Tails is stood before you in a more upright way, less relaxed and laid against the bar, with his rapier in hand also. His emerald gems are glowing, yours are dulled. And Tails speaks to you.
Well, now we can begin solving this little issue and get better acquainted. Perfect. How about if you are to help me, I perhaps help you out a little bit.
Help me out how?
Well, you're clearly needing a little bit of refinement, are you not?
Did you not see that performance in the bar? That was perfect.
It was good, I will give you that. But you lack the confidence, the style, the flair. That's what you need. That performance you just did there, why do you not echo that throughout your entire life?
I do. You were saying something about being with me and seeing my companions.
I see bits. But earlier, where was the voice? Where was the gusto?
You took me by surprise.
Well, there's the lesson then. Don't be caught off guard. You need to start doing more. Take your story and make it one of something spectacular. Would you not agree?
Yes.
I think you're on the right course, but you need to think bigger. Who will remember Ari in 100 years' time, 200 years' time, maybe more?
Pretty well.
So you have something in mind.
I don't know why my rapier has changed. It shouldn't look like this. And what have you done to it?
As you say that, Harry, as you go, it shouldn't look like this. What have you done to it? You see your eagle motif, and you see the 9 green emeralds within the wings of the eagle. But it has your eagle motif on it.
You and I, let's say we're intertwined. We're on a similar path through time. I must admit that your fight with the purple worms, glorious. Your walking in the Fey realm, delightful. But it still lacks that little bit of panache. You have to, one might say, soar like the eagle that you are. Would you not agree?
Yes.
So take opportunities when they arise. Look at Elva over there, for example.
They're all just stood still, staring.
What a story it would be if right now, and I use this as an example which you might want to take, right now you steal something from Elva. Take it with you and take it out of the realm of souls. Imagine what a tale that would be when it is told. The thief of the realm of souls. What a start.
Give me an insight check, Harry. Sorry, Tails. Sorry,
Please, yeah, I was like,
I need a 10.
That is an 11.
There you go. So, listening to Tails, and the reason the DC is low is because you're now attuned. Tails has not been malicious. He's not been naughty. You are reading. He is truly as far as Tails is concerned, he is truly trying to bolster your story. It's as if it's his addiction, as if stories and bravado and that everything has to be like, not in a bad way or a naughty way. He's definitely naughty, but he is very, very, very much on your side, and you feel as his words are coming through, you can see his passion behind making Aristotle's eagle-like story so. It's a good job you're tuned.
Keep on terrible. He kind of like looks at, just kind of gives him a look of just being like, so you're saying that to steal something out of the realm of souls would bolster my reputation?
Darling, have you ever heard of somebody steal something from the realm of souls before?
No.
You could be the first.
On that, the crowd starts moving again, enjoying music. Elva's again just having a drink at the side of the bar, talking to a couple of friends from the wall. And it's all fast forwarded again.
Imagine it. I mean, other opportunities might arise, but what a way to set the precedent. What a way to begin things together.
Not from Elba.
Okay.
Elba doesn't belong here.
I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities. Imagine it, when they speak tell tales in 100 or so years' time. Imagine the story of Ari, the thief who stole from the realm of souls. Ooh.
Does he ring it?
Does. And that's just the first chapter. There's so much more to come.
What I need to know, Harry, is a definitive, are you acting on such a thing? Or do you leave the tavern? You don't necessarily have to rob her, I'm just saying, are you about to act on something or leave?
No, he will not steal from Elva, but he will consider it.
So do you leave the tavern?
Yeah.
Cool. Tails, you can't help yourself to follow. As you leave the tavern, you turn, and Tails is gone. You are in the alleyway, and you see Sapphire, Caspian, and Xandria all running. It's a very horrible little bastard creature in the alleyway. Yep.
Oh, that was Tails.
But there is no sign of Tails, so I need your initiative as well, Harry. Orion?
Yep.
Yes.
We're going to we shall deal with you after the break.
Oh god.
Hey! Suspense!
So, Tails, stick around because you've got your last part to do. The rest of you, we're going to have a quick break now. It's 10 minutes past our normal break, so we are going to run to the toilet because I'm dying. Get a drink and stuff, and we shall be back as quick as we possibly can. Thanks for sticking around. That's part one of tonight's session. And over the break you'll see lots of pictures and stuff of people that contributed to the channel, and that's going to need changing because there's loads more getting involved. So we'll be right back. About 10-15 minutes, kids. Alright, see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
You can't see it. It's not real. It's not happening.
So, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. If you've stuck around through the break, great. I hope you saw some cool creators and you go check them out and give them lots of love and money. If you've just joined us, welcome. This is Heavyweight Gaming. We play lots of Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletops throughout the week. Just check our timetable out, etc. We're everywhere. We got sponsors. Loki Battle Mats, they're amazing. And Coyote Grey, not ugly. Coyote Grey, proper badass little chibi artist. I use all of his tokens on my Roll20 games. So go check him out. You can't see them because we had to shoehorn Tales of Wonder into the stream tonight, so you can't see Ashana and Ruffworx Creative, but they are still there behind. In fact, Tales, goodbye. Oh no, I can't do it because I haven't done it properly. I'll get rid of it later. But yes, they're still there. So go check all our sponsors out. They're amazing. We got sponsors all over the channel: Bardica's Brace, Sawdust Swearwords, Ruffworx Creative, Ashana, Coyote Grey, Lucky Bottom Mars, others. Right, just before the break, these lot are in the Realm of Souls. They are looking for, look at Leo. They are looking for Kalain the Lancelord to retrieve his soul and return it to him in the material realm, because their current strategy is they need someone allegedly hard enough to take on Ulrich. So they're here to fetch Kalain. During their time of fetchingness, Tales of Wonder, a Armani furred tabaxi, has appeared from the rapier at Aristotle's side. There has been a lovely conversation, lovely interpretation of, where they all ended up darting out the way of the guardians of the arena, the Loxodons of the Realm of Souls. and they all headed out into the alleyways. During their time in the alleyways, they had a bit more of a conversing. Orion noticed some creatures called crits, which, if you have seen critters, they are the spitting image. If you haven't, Google critters. And they're little balls of death, basically, and they are manifested from the bitterness and hatred and the reluctancy of a soul to let go of the material realm. Very dangerous creatures. Apparently they're very squishy, but hit like a truck. During their exiting of the alleyways, or their attempting of exiting the alleyways, the crossing over of these various layers within the realm of souls caused them all to do a wisdom save. Some of them were successful, 2 of them were not. Ari ended up in a tavern where he relived the first time he saw Elva, a long lost love. And there was dancing and sword play and dancing sword play. There was an exchange of advice. However, Ari or Tails wished to word that. And Ari was able to pass through the memory, or the present, past, whatever it may be, back into the alleyway with his friends. Orion entered a glade with an apple blossom tree, a small stump, and an individual sat on the stump with a sword leant against the stump. Now, for those of you that don't know who this person looks like, Orion will describe them to you. So please describe these small humanoid on the tree stump.
Okay, so the person sitting there is a almost bare-boned, just the slightest little thing. They're about 5'5", beautiful warm brown skin, longish brown hair tied half in a bun, half down, a little bit of curl coming down their face. They have like long, thin features. They look half elven. They have quite small but striking eyes, which are a hazel brown with a slight green tint, and they have just the slightest little buck teeth.
Just call out post.
So yeah, they're just like the sweetest, smallest little gem of a person, just sitting there with an air of innocence and gentleness about them.
In the realm of souls. They haven't yet acknowledged you, Orion, and they are sat, not hunched, but relaxed, and the sword sheathed at their side. And they are in the uniform of the Order of Ghost Slayers that you trained with.
Orion just kind of looks at them, tears almost swelling in his eyes, and just goes, "Archie?"
There is a brief moment. They look up, they don't look to you, as disbelief on their face, and they turn towards you. Their voice sort of breaks. "Orion?" And they rush. They rush towards you. And as they're rushing towards you, the apple blossom petals beneath their feet almost raise them up like they're walking on air, and they rush and just dive into as big a hug as they can give you in your large frame self. Then you hear panic. Shut up, Luke. They hear panic. You hear panic in their voice. "Not you, Ori, not you." And they start clawing at your hair and like holding it against their face, hugging you tight, hoping, praying that what they see before them is not real in this place.
Orion doesn't hug back, and then sort of like gives into it and just hugs them so tight. And like they are tiny compared to Orion. They're like 5'5" maybe. And Orion's 7'7", so like very tinily tucked into his chest or like stomach. And he's just like, "You can't be real here. You can't. Are you real?"
"What do you think?" And he's patting you to see 2 tiny elven ears poking out of your white mane somewhere beneath. "Of course I'm real. Why are you here? What you said? This can't." And they step back, and without, it's almost like a cutscene, and they now appear back from you about 10 feet, and there is a serious look on their face of, almost not anger, but just there's just a very tinge to it. You shouldn't be here. This cannot happen. You shouldn't be here.
Ori's just like in shock. And he's like, I'm not really here. And he just like falls to his knees. So he's probably at the same height as them. And he's just like, I'm sorry.
Why did you leave?
I didn't mean to.
I couldn't fight them all.
I tried to save you, I really did, I tried.
They stare down at your arm, which is completely gone, and how you remember it before you entered the realms. There's no ghostly visage, it's missing. And they just stare at that empty space of where your arm once was. And they just crumple to the floor. They don't come closer, they just sit on the floor. You didn't try hard enough, did you? And they look at the floor.
I'm sorry. And he just cries.
As you look up, you stare into the eyes, the half-elven love of your life, and they stare back, absolutely stoic, no emotion on their face whatsoever, and ever so slowly, their skin starts to flake and turn to apple blossom petals, then ash, and then fades away, and within a few heartbeats, there is just apple blossoms and ash floating in the air, and you realise as you close your eyes and cry more, when you open them, there's noise around you, and you hear the drawing of swords and the running of feet. As you look up and all around you, you see Sapphire, Kesfion, Xandria and Ari running at the creature you know to be a crit. And can you roll initiative, please, Ori?
Yes, oh, that's fair. I rolled 8. No, 9.
God. So, Sapphire, what did you get?
I have genuinely forgotten.
That's sick.
So I put it in chat as well. I need to put it in chat.
9. Oh, I rolled a 9. There you go.
Cool. 9. Ari?
21.
21. Guess? They've all lost the ability to play.
Luke's muted.
Yeah, you are.
Mute yourself in Zoom.
I muted myself because I was getting all emotional. I was 22.
22. Orion?
9. 9? Crying, okay? I'm crying. Leave me alone.
Tails? Oh, you're not there for this. Xandria?
21.
And my lovely crit. With his special power of goes first.
Sounds suspicious.
So, Ori, you are in the same position you were when you took your knees in the glade, and you see them around you. Kess, you are the quickest of your party currently. Your blades are out, and you step forward. What you notice is this creature that Ori called a crit. As I bring in some battle music for the people at home. Theory. My apologies.
You probably picked some really awesome battle music for us to have these fights too. What I get in my head is like Final Fantasy music.
Yeah, I just got it on loop.
Yeah.
What you notice, Kess, is you're very, very confident that you're a couple of steps ahead of everyone else. Your lightning speed, that may be too loud for everyone, Jesus. But this creature goes from being in front of you by about 20-25 feet to attacking you in a blink. There's no movement, you don't see it run at you, it just sort of apparates in front of you and launches itself at you. And I get to roll a dice for the first time tonight. And I'm rolling one of yours, Mother Kipper. 18.
With my new feat, I can use my reaction, and that no longer hits me.
What is your reaction?
Defensive duelist. So I can now add my proficiency bonus to my AC as a reaction, as a defensive duelist.
Cool. Is that a one-off, or does it remain for the turn?
So that remains for the turn.
Cool. Oh shit, just dropped me down.
Yeah.
Cool. So as it comes in and tries to bite you, you somehow kind of get your elbow in the way and push down with your sword as it claws at your face. No, that's missed. 12. And you fend it off.
Woo.
And then you get to react, Kess, as it's right in front of you.
I doubt this is going to hit because this was crap. That is a whopping 9.
Wow.
9?
Yeah.
You hear howling all around you.
Oh, good. I love that.
You 9?
9.
You miss.
That's with my plus. That's with my like +6 to
Oh,
like
Jesus.
smash it in the face.
Who
like
inherited my dice?
So your first
purple
blade
is maybe not.
your first blade swings, and you miss. You have
A swing and a miss and a swing and a miss. Oh, that's more like it. That's a 19.
you miss.
Jesus, mother of
Or you are very aware
Okay.
if you hit these things, they're gonna die. You are aware that these crits, all the stories tell you that they are very soft to hit. When they get hit, they're just quite aggressive.
That's like my heart right now.
Very
Okay.
soft but aggressive.
And your bonus action.
So that is I'm gonna attempt to smack it again. 'Cause that's what we do here, and that is I hate math. That's a 22.
That hits.
Thank God.
So as your 3 spinning strikes go in with your scimitars, the final one lands a blow.
That is. I hate doing math. It's that 6. I'm going to use one of my superiority dice because I don't use them often enough to do some more damage. So that makes that 6. Why did I do more math? That makes that 6 a 13.
Double it. They are vulnerable to damage. So 26. As you hit it, you can't help but feel that was the way the creature reacts. You're not convinced the blade was that strike was as accurate as the damage that you see on the creature, but you cleave through it like a bloody
thing.
watermelon. Oh yeah, fair. Ari and Xandria. I will assume Ari's got a higher dex than Xandria.
Probably.
Yep.
+4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Ari, you are going next.
Okie doke. Ari will be waving his little rapier and his dagger time, and go and try and hit the little crit thing. She's always fun.
You rush forward and stab the thing. Do you go round the other side of it?
I don't know if we do. Yeah, we'll go up on the opposite side.
Cool, you've
That's
got
obviously-
advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna need it because I just rolled a 4.
God.
That is a 19, which I now know misses.
You just miss.
In that case, we'll try with the dagger. At advantage. That's a natural 20.
That will hit. This is going to hurt. Jesus Christ.
23. It's with the dagger, it's less so, but also sneak attack, which is now 3d6. Ha ha ha. Level up.
Oh my, Tails, you'll be proud of this, it.
I mean, not really, because he messed with you. So...
Yeah.
Fair.
That is 16 points of damage.
Is that including the crit?
No, actually, I need to double it, don't I?
So
Double
you
my dice.
double your dice.
No, wait 1 second. I can't do maths either. So that's 12 on the dice. So that's 24 plus 4 because it's in the dagger. So that's 28 points of damage.
But don't forget your dagger's +1 to hit and to damage because it's magical. Because you're now attuned.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what I said before now. Hang on. It
So
was
what? I think you're at 20. I think you're at 30.
28, so it'd be 29. It would be.
Right. It is
Do I get a
vulnerable.
+1
It
to all
is
my damage?
and hit. Yeah. Yeah, but you used your rapier last time. Let me double check the rapier. You might have hit with your first strike as well.
Would have been so it was a 19, so it would have been a 20 if it's a +1.
But I just want to check if the sword. Your sword is +2
Oh my goodness. Okay. So +2 to hit.
to your
and
first
damage.
hit. So you're currently on 29. Just do the damage for your rapier, which I believe is a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a D4 because that's my dagger.
Yeah, so
plus-
ignore your dagger. Just roll damage for your rapier.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Just like what? So D8 and 3d6 is for sneak attack. Yeah.
No, don't do your sneak attack. You've already done that. All I want you to do is roll a D8 and add your dex.
Okay. I'm at 8.
Plus your
And add
dex.
my
So that's 12.
dex.
Plus
Dex
your 29.
41.
So you're at 30. So you're at 41. And it's vulnerable to damage, which doubles any damage it receives. So you've just done 82 points of damage to this creature.
So proud.
You've just one-shotted this creature. Wish I'd have it. Yes. I don't really know what to say.
Should
to
have
that.
action surged. Should just
Yeah.
action surged.
So,
Kill Steve.
Ari, you step forward. I'm not sure it was a kill steal, or more of a drive-by. So, Castrion flies in, flurry of trio of strikes with his scimitars and takes a chunk of flesh off this creature. Ari, you go flying in and you feel great. You're a little warm up on the bar, you're on your toes, the music's still with you. You remember a time when fighting was fun and an art form. You've got these two swords. You see the dulled emerald stones beneath the wings of your eagle motif on your rapier. You see the eagle motif with the ruby on the pommel, and you now see the amalgamation of what is Tails' weapons and your weapons. You feel the magic running through them, and you stab and slash into this creature, and just, it is invigorating. Can you roll a d10, please? This was on your dagger.
Jesus, hang on 1 second. Let's try a D10.
And the creature just slides off your blades. And as it
D10.
slides off your blades, there is a link between it and you absorb some of its life force. What did you get on the d10?
2.
If you need it, you regain 2 hit points off the dagger strike.
It did it before as well.
It did indeed.
Oh no.
And I will give you your lovely stats afterwards. So, initiative's over.
Sorry.
The howling dissipates. Ori, you, through the cloud of emotion, you hear the skittering of the crits retreating along rooftops and other alleyways nearby. And the alleyway lays silent by the heavy footfalls of what are clearly Loxodons at the far end of the alleyway. They have not yet seen yourselves. You have about 50 feet left of the alleyway. Ahead of you is the river. Sorry, let me get rid of the howls as the creatures run away from you. A wind picks up as if you are on a mountainside. And you see the river of light before you, and you see several vessels, which are small boats, which could probably hold 2 of you at a time. Or 1 each for Sapphire and Oreo. There are several Loxodons at the end, and they seem to be escorting a humanoid who looks as substantial as yourselves as they just walk past the end of the alleyway, almost as if policing the place and dragging this person somewhere. The humanoid they're dragging is holding a silver cup. It's very dirty silver. It's not bright silver, but it's a silver cup. And they are 50 feet ahead of you and are slowly walking past. Ari, you hear a voice, but you do not see Tails.
Ari, darling, that cup, you know what I'm going to say. Before we leave the realm of souls, that is the perfect target, is it not?
Only Ari can hear.
Player, character.
Think of it.
And the voice fades. You are left in the alleyway. What do you do? You can all clearly see Orion is not in a the usual charming himbo stoic self.
He's sitting on his knees. I think he's like kind of like coming back to where he was, and he'll like wipe away the tears and just take a breath and stand up.
You good to keep going?
Yeah. He won't turn to face you guys yet. Edgy, staring forward, not looking at.
Sweeping his mane across his face. Don't look at me. And you make your way to the end of the alleyway. Ori, you reflexively hold the acorn and feel its warmth, and again confident that this direction will at least guide you in the direction you want to go. As you get to the end of the alley, you put your hand up as you notice there are quite a lot of Loxodons here, like 6 of them. You look to your left and you see the humanoid with the silver cup being dragged now, but they're not resisting, they're just being dragged by these Loxodons. And they take them to a small area where there are other humanoids there, and all look as substantial as yourselves, as if they may be living creatures. There's 6 Loxodons around you. Give me a perception check. Just you, Ori. Just Ori. Just Ori.
Oh, Ori. Okay.
Yeah. So you're at the you're at the front.
11.
11.
Better than 10.
That is better than 10. Better than 10. Worse than 12. So you turn to make sure everyone's following you, and as you turn back, the Loxodon to your far right is 10 feet closer. And you don't see any of their mouths move, but you hear their voice. We have more! Tails apparates in the alleyway.
My. Looks like you're in a bit of a pickle.
You hear the heavy footfalls of the Loxodons running towards the alleyway. Ori, across from where the alleyway is, across this almost street-like entity, you see this small pier with these boat vessels and this river of light that goes down into a long green valley. And you feel that is the way you need to go regarding the acorn.
Yeah. So there's Loxodons here, we're here, stuff we need is past the Loxodons?
Yeah, so you either go through them, go through them.
And there's 7, did you say?
There are
What are you thinking?
six immediately in front of you, or at least in that area, and several off to the left that seem to be penning these living people.
Darling, what are your thoughts?
Me or Ari?
Either. Anybody, somebody, what are we going to do?
Where do we need to go?
We
And
need
he'll
to go
just
this
kinda look
way.
at Orion.
Right ahead.
Points ahead.
Then I say we do that.
Might I put a thought into your mind? I could be of assistance.
It would be lovely if you would.
I'm rather daring and devilish. Perhaps I could cause a distraction.
Fantastic.
Have
Do
that.
that then.
Fantastic.
Whoa. So brutal. So
Fantastic,
straight to
off
the
you go.
point. I like it. I like it. Such fire in your words. Perhaps I will.
Chase your bliss.
I will see you later on. And I charge at the Loxodons.
You see Tails run up the wall to his left, and it is full on looking back at Harry with a wink and a bow as he leaps from the wall, full Puss in Boots style, Zorro, Sinbad, you name it. He's probably going to get sued for copyright. Leaps into the Loxodon's path, pulls out his emerald-studded rapier, glowing green emeralds, eyes sparkling, Armani fur shining, and you see a darting backwards and forwards Tales of Wonder, the Tabaxi swashbuckler, create a distraction for you as he leaps into the 6 Loxodons. Their blades of rainbow steel come slashing down and are unable, at this moment in time, to land a blow on Tales of Wonder. You lot, got a few seconds. What are you doing?
Piff it.
Fucking
Running.
launching past them.
Cheese it.
Full,
You go
Tabaxi
running
monk
through,
speed.
and you run past the fight. The Loxodons are surrounding Tails. He's backwards and forwards. You are very aware from your so far experience in battle. Tails can't win, but he can definitely make him earn it. Brief second passes. You rush past. You hear the clashing of steel. It is amplified in this arena-esque area. Echoes around the alleyways. The rainbow metallic edges to their weapons, as it's hitting the floor and hitting the blade of Tails, there is a almost lightning crack that echoes around every time he parries, as if two entities are not meant to meet in any example of any realm. And the Loxodons are angry and determined to the point of ignoring you lot, for whatever Tails is to them is more priority than whatever you are, by the fact that you're living and don't belong here. You rush to the edge of this small pier. There are 8 small vessels that you think are made of wood. The wood is very supple and hard, and again has a rainbow shimmer to it, and the river of light pours down and rushes through this valley of green grass. How are you sitting upon the boats, or are you just diving in for a swim?
Diving
Well,
in
now
with
that
a
you've
boat.
offered. No, that sounds like a bad idea. I think it's Cassandria will obviously end up in the same.
And you said Ori and Sapphire to like have to
Need
go
our
around
own
anyway.
They have their own boats.
So,
So there's Mary then.
Kess and Xandria, obviously.
Your
That's the first time I've spoken your name with a Z. Never again. Ori and Sapphire have their own. Yep. Ari, oh, you're on your own, Ari.
Uh-huh.
Cool. You
Harry's
get
never alone.
never alone. I was going to say something then, but what? I'll say it off camera. You guys jump on your rafts. You push them into the River of Light, and immediately it takes you away as if on a water ride. As soon as you sit ass to wood to river, the rain begins to fall. And you set off down this river, and the immediate rush of it is exactly like that of a water park feature, and you fly down like hair flowing in the wind, nearly take out 3 trees. You go down, and then as it settles, where the valley starts to flatten out a little bit, it slows, and you are now all pissing down rain as this rain falls all across the valley, it seems. It's the first time you've all laid eyes upon a geographical area in this place and all see the same thing. There's a valley of green grass, rain falling, quite a light sky despite the rain. The boats settle and you are now gently floating down this river of light. Where, you do not know, but it is flowing. The bank is about 20 feet from you either side. The river is very wide, 40, 50 feet in some places. The surrounding area upon the rolling hills, there seems to be no trees, no flowers, just rolling hills of grass and rain falling. And your boats settle and float gently. 3, 2, 1. If you wish to speak, you can. If not, I'll carry on.
Is
Fire's like clinging to the end. Oh, I fucking hate water.
Is the gem, I mean the acorn, the gem of an acorn,
The
cozying up as we go?
It is consistently warm enough that you'll feel confident to at least follow the river for a while.
Okay.
Rain, my favourite thing. It's almost like we're back home in Ravenholm.
Don't call it that.
What, home? It's not home, but you know what I mean.
Always kind of looking back from where Tails was, and I was like, oh, that's definitely a Tails to talk about.
Yeah. Can we get rid of him?
I don't think so.
No, can we, I don't know, can we throw your rapier into a volcano or
No.
something?
With a hobbit? No.
No?
A halfling?
Oh, sorry, my bad. Well, his name's Hobbit.
His name's Hobbit. Well, if we can't get rid of your rapier, then I really do hope he doesn't manifest frequently. I don't think I can deal with a worse version of you.
Not a worse version?
He's very flirtatious and doesn't shut up. He's like you, but dialed up to about 100 at this point. That's not a compliment.
It is to Harry.
If anything, it's more me saying, you know, he's better at being you than you are.
Someone's better at being me than I am. Hello?
I beg to
Can we
differ.
not do this right now? Please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kess. I don't know if you've realised, but we're floating down a river. We don't exactly have anything better to do right now.
Yeah,
Cash,
but
shut up. This is interesting.
You really are a
You're not-
gossip cat, aren't you?
You're not stuck in a boat with them.
No, I'm stuck in a boat that's far too small. Ugh.
Give me a dexterity check, Sapphire.
Oh shit.
As you accidentally rock too far to the left and capsize.
13.
13. Tip of your tail touches a very, very icy cold liquid beneath this river of light. You instinctively pull that tail back.
Literally grab my tail and pull it up. And like there's the noise he lets out is like Simba trying to roar in The Lion King.
Rawr, rawr.
What a noise.
Do it again. Do it again. Oh shit. Not that I've watched Lion King 3 million times. So, when you pull your tail back in front of you, there is a almost snow cone effect on the tip of your tail that is a golden yellow. Don't eat the yellow snow.
He looks at it curiously and then just kind of brushes it off. I don't like this stuff. This entire place is horrible.
I mean, this is the realm of souls, and it's not supposed to be a nice place.
I mean, it seems like it's okay if you're supposed to be here. But we're not supposed to be here, so...
No.
You hear a very long howl coming from somewhere in the hills.
Does it sound like a familiar type of howl with a survival check?
Give me a survival check.
Should I know what it is being a ghost man?
This man.
Of course, man.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Another virgin.
That's exactly what I was hearing.
It's
Oh,
That's an 18. Thank you for asking, Eddie.
So, Kess, you hear the familiar sound of a jackal howling upon the desert dunes.
Ugh.
And Ori, you can give me a survival check. Not at advantage. It is not undead.
fine. Go 4.
Such anger.
4.
Yeah, there's a howling creature.
I don't care. I'm crying. Who gives a shit?
Crying.
Fuck you all.
Drea, does that sound like a jackal to you?
I will twitch an ear and listen.
Yep, it does sound now that Cass has pointed it out. You all heard it, and now Cass has said that. You actually yeah, that does sound like one of the desert dogs.
It does sound like a jackal, but I mean, for all we know, there could be jackal-like creatures here.
Are they from where you come from?
Yes, they're a desert canine.
Okay, well, like, I can't speak for other places, but I definitely saw some Viconia and some they here. Like, this seems to be a mashup of everything.
That's not really too surprising.
I think it tries to get you to see something familiar. 'Cause definitely saw something familiar.
As you are floating along, and those words are passed, you hear several as if jackals are feeding. Can I have perception checks from Xandria and Kess with advantage? The rest of you straight roll.
What are we rolling? Just straight D20?
Perception.
Perception, Sapphire.
Oh, fucking say my dice really need to turn the light on.
Plus 5. 22. Yay.
22.
Roll something good.
21.
That's not good.
18.
18.
Ooh, not 20, so 25.
Cool. Kess?
21.
21, sorry. Ori? You're muted. Did you say 10?
16. I'm not
So-
muted.
Oh, right. No noise came from. 16? I saw your mouth move, but no noise came from.
I'm a great ventriloquist. Nothing comes out.
Ever the Blood Hunter ventriloquism.
There is a thing called blood puppet.
Oh, nice.
That's true.
So, Sapphire, Ori, and Ari, you see. Give me a sec. As the rafts take a bend around this valley of rolling green hills, the green hills merge with the sandy dunes before them. And it's only a small. There's about 20 of these dunes in the area, which is quite a lot of dunes, but the vastness of this rolling hills and valley, for them to just be randomly staring at what can only be shown as a desert scene. Ari, Sapphire, and Ori, you see a female. You see a female wearing. She has short hair at the sides, and it is kind of long and spiking up. Not like sharp spikes, but just fluffed up spiky. As she turns, you can see her eyes are pale green. Her clothing is of blues and yellows, and similar to that of Xandria and Kession, in that she is definitely of the desert and belongs there. In one hand, she has a curved sword with a basket hilt similar to that of a rapier, but the blade is curved as a scimitar similar to Kesfion's. And she has a shield in the other hand, which is golden and circular. She is fighting off several jackals. On the floor, where the jackals seem to have been pulling and ripping and trying to feed, there is a bloodied man who is quite long, so you would assume is tall when stood up. His face is kind of turned towards you and keeps going backwards and forwards. There is no blood upon his face. It is clean, fresh, and is strikingly handsome. His hair, you can imagine, is similar to the females if he was stood up. And there is a blueness to his eyes when they go in and out of closing, as he is unable to fight off these creatures. And he smiles up at the woman before going in and out of consciousness again. The smile is infectious. His clothing is white and green, made of silks and other materials you'd find down in the desert. And you see his straight longsword and shield of a almost figure eight, so it sort of goes round, bites in, and comes round again. Sword and shield, his long sword and shield upon the floor next to him. And the female is clearly fighting off these jackals. Xandria and Kesfion, you see your mother defending your father's body against a pack of jackals.
Yeah, you're a dick.
Yeah, we do.
You started describing them, and I was like, I'm just gonna open up my document. And when you were like strikingly handsome, oh, fuck you.
You just said desert. I was like, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Oh, how are we getting these boats to shore, kids?
The riverbank is about 25 feet from you as you are coming round this bend. The fight, as it were, or the defending of said person on the floor, is about 40 feet. So you would have 25 feet to the bank and then a further 15 if you were to swim, push, paddle, whatever.
So from the boat to the bank is 25.
Yes. And then a further 15.
Misty step and then
15.
running.
Cool. As you concentrate on your misty steps, Andrea, nothing happens.
Excuse me?
Do we have oars?
You've got Harry. Oh, oars. Alright, cool. So, you, it's after watershed. It's after watershed. There you go.
Because I'm presuming Kess has seen what happened to the kitty's tail when it went into the water.
You want? Give me a perception check.
A little bit concerned that I can't misty step.
That is.
Realm of Souls don't work like the normal world.
That's a 16.
16? Then yeah, you saw the frostiness, the golden frostiness around Sapphire's tail.
Yeah.
You do notice Xandria sort of nearly disappears when you get that little arcane poof, and she reappears normally 30 feet away. You're like, oh, she's gonna misty step, but she stays on the boat with you.
As soon as I realise, obviously, that I can't misty step, the panic becomes more evident on my face.
Do we have oars?
You don't have
No.
a horse.
Then fuck it. No, go save mum and dad. And yeah, I'm just gonna dive off and swim ashore, I guess.
Go, give me a wisdom save.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Fuck's sake! What is it?
Remember, we have 2 rerolls.
You do have to.
Yeah, we have 2 rerolls.
Use them.
Please
Yeah.
use.
You might want to use.
Use it. Use it.
I'm gonna use one of those rerolls if y'all don't mind.
Yes, please do the thing.
Let's have some
It's
confidence.
better.
Oh,
Oh.
Or
Use.
You've got a second reroll. You might as well.
Just use it.
are you guys?
Just use it.
Please.
I don't even want to look.
Oh my god, this is.
Cool
Use
guys
different
don't look at
dice.
rerolls. Cool guys don't look at rerolls.
Okay, that is better. That's a 12. Yeah, a 12's better than 2, my dude.
Oh my god.
You realise his DC's been 15 this whole time, right?
you've
know.
you've literally just rolled 3d20. And fuck.
I've rolled 3 3d20s.
Yep.
So as you see Kess off, it just goes off. You try and misty step Xandria and fail to go anywhere. And Kess is like, I can't misty step. I'm going old school. Just dives in. He doesn't resurface.
God damn it.
As soon as obviously Kess doesn't resurface, then naturally I jump in to grab him.
Give me a wisdom save.
Well, at
You-
least my wisdom.
You don't have 12 rerolls.
No, but my wisdom is out of the wazoo, so it can't possibly go wrong. It really can't possibly go wrong. That is an 18 plus 5.
Cool. You appear on the bank.
It's not where I was. That's not Kess.
Nope.
The bank is not Kess.
Are we
You can help Mum and Dad,
or are
though.
we in front?
I can help Mum and Dad, but you're
Ori's in front. And then Kess and that are in the middle, and you're behind. With Sapphire as well. There's 4 of you. It's kind of...
2 seconds. I just remembered something. I don't know if I can use it on myself or not. Can I use jump on myself? The range is touch. I have to touch a creature.
If you want to touch yourself to get a jump, you go for it.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
You can...
That was coming. Because basically the
That's what Ari
creature's
said.
jump distance is triple until the spell ends. So he's gonna basically
Touch himself.
grab his own shoulder, and then essentially try and jump from the side of the boat.
And how far can you jump?
I mean, his movement is 35 feet.
You're doing a standing jump from a little raft.
But it's triple.
So what does the jump do? Triple your jump or triple your movement?
jump. Triple your jump distance.
That should be fine. Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, your standing jump is half your movement.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cover
Yeah.
of your strength.
That's
Yeah, high
mental.
jump.
That's so far.
No, that can't be right.
That's a long way. I'm not
You land in
sure.
difficult terrain.
I feel like that's not quite right.
Long jump, each row rate standing long jump. Oh, when you make a standing long jump, half that distance. Okay, so it's 5 feet.
So you can jump
No.
15 feet. What?
Jump
No, that's
15.
wrong. When you make a long jump, you become a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least
Hang
10.
on, when you make it.
Oh, number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet. If you don't, you do half that distance.
So what's
So
your
whatever your
strength
strength
score?
score is,
What's your strength
score tripled.
So what's your strength score, Harry?
8.
You ain't jumping nowhere. You need a hell of a run up to jump.
He's gonna try. And he's gonna fail.
You land in the water. Give me a wisdom save.
Yep. Knew that was coming. Right. Gonna roll you. Please be good. Because I have a +0 on wisdom. 16.
16. You land on the bank. You land in the water. You break the surface. You gasp for air, and as you're gasping for air, you realise you stood next to Xandria on the bank.
Where's Cass?
He's in the water. I tried to jump into the water and I landed on the bank.
I tried to jump to the bank and landed in the water, and he's not there.
Ori and Sapphire, what are you doing? I'm assuming this is all going on at the same time.
Could Ori turn his boat around somehow?
Give it a go.
Sorry,
Yeah.
all of one's love.
You're gonna have to put your hands in the water to paddle.
But could I put my ghost arm in the water?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Don't be coming at me just because I made you cry. Ghost arm, dear. Ghost
Join
arm.
the club.
What would it be?
Athletics.
Oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, maybe? Athletics? Oh, 19.
19. Cool. Give me a Constitution save.
Oh, I'm glad that ain't me.
Oh. 9? 8, sorry.
8.
No.
Yeah.
So as you put your ghostly arm into the water to turn, give me a sec. Can you roll a d4, please?
Yeah. 1.
Oh, that's not too bad. Fucking 2 seconds.
Zero's overhead hooking into the screen. Grunt's kisses.
So you rolled a 1, yeah?
Yeah.
You take 1 point of slashing damage, 1 point of piercing damage, 1 point of bludgeoning damage, 1 point of poison damage, 1 point of acid damage, 1 point of fire damage, 1 point of cold damage, 1 point of radiant damage, I'll tell you the total at the end, 1 point of necrotic damage, 1 point of lightning damage, 1 point of thunder damage, 1 point of force, and 1 point of psychic. You take a point of every form of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You take 13 points of damage. Are you resistant to any of them, like fire maybe?
Surprisingly not.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you take 13 points of damage. And you feel all manner of damage rush through your body.
Neat.
The realm of souls is not a place for the living.
Do I get anywhere near where Kess went in?
You managed to turn your boat in the direction of where Kess disappeared. Like, literally disappeared. No splash, no nothing. Gone.
Can I try, like, reach in for him with my ghostial arm?
Hey, so you're going to reach properly beneath the surface, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Wisdom save.
Oh, no. Ew, do. Oh, 15?
15! You reach, and as you feel nothing, you look up, and you're in our reaching position on the bank next to Xandria and Ari.
Are our boats just leaving?
There they are, they're just floating along.
Alright.
I mean, this is all happening at the same time, so only a few,
I know.
yeah, they've not fucked off just yet. Yeah, back to it would be nice. Sapphire, do you do anything while all this is happening?
Sapphire's idea was to tie some rope to one of his darts and throw it at the bank. So he's got an anchor.
You're going to throw the dart at the sand, okay?
Mm-hmm. He's not smart.
He's not. So you're going to tie a 50-foot hemp rope to a throwing dart.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
I mean,
He's gonna throw it.
been watching too many Batman movies, Sapphire. Goddamn
Sapphire
fear.
knows some ninjas, but he's not one himself.
Yeah. That is quite accurate. Give me an attack roll with your dart at disadvantage because it's got a 50-foot hemp rope attached to it.
Damn, that was a good roll for my first one too. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. 20, dirty 20.
Cool. You hit the sandy bank with your dart.
And then I'm gonna try and leap.
You're
So
gonna...
he's holding the other end. He's gonna now jump as far as he can.
Okay, what's your strength modifier?
No.
There's a couple
plus
on
2.
it. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
can
he's
jump.
not too bad.
So you can jump what, 2 feet? Or is it?
I
Is that what we just read? Standing
think
jump.
so, yeah.
Standing
Yeah.
jump modifier. So you can jump 2 feet.
Yep.
Cool. Give me a wisdom save.
That also seems.
I feel like
wrong.
that's less than
That's-
I could jump.
I can jump further than 2 feet.
Yeah.
Where are you reading that?
So standing jump, okay, so if you're doing a running jump, it is your like strength modifier. If you move at least 10 foot. If it's not, it's your strength modifier, not modifier, strength score. That's where you get
Strength
on.
score.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's
So
more
okay.
like
if
it.
you're 10, you
can
can
jump
move
in
like
5
you can
feet,
stand
yeah,
and
yeah.
jump 5 feet.
Yeah, so what's your strength score? Is it like 13,
14.
14? So you can jump 7 feet. So you leap 7
That
feet.
seems more like
Yeah, that sounds more
Yeah.
a
accurate.
cat that can only jump
2 feet.
I know.
You could lay down and get further than that. You jump 7 feet. Unfortunately, it's not the 25 you need.
Yep.
Your dart in the sand comes loose. You hit the golden river light water and give me a wisdom save.
I got a 19.
Cool. As you hit the water and try to get your tail and legs and ass under your armpits so you don't touch the water, you sort of just poof, 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 and land next to Xandria, Orion, and Ari on the bank.
Am I still holding my rope or is that gone?
You still got the rope.
That didn't work as intended. I thought at least Kess might be able to. Okay. I don't know how to get him back.
oh,
Looks at
right,
Xandria.
okay. Can you two deal with trying to get Kess out of the water? I need to deal with, and I point at the situation ahead, and then I just start taking running off.
Cool. Xandria, you go running into the fight with Mar and Par and the jackals. They don't even acknowledge your presence at all. Your mother is still fighting off the jackals. Your father is in and out of consciousness as the odd jackal tries to sneak a bite. Are you swinging?
I am swinging, yeah.
Roll your attack for whatever you are swinging. Glaive, Eldritch Blast.
Glaive.
Cool.
Glaive.
Has Xandria ever not gone in swinging? Is
That's
really the
true.
question.
That would be an 18 to hit.
Cool. You slam down into the first jackal. It goes through the jackal as if it is not there, and you slam into the sand dunes beneath.
Mother.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
I will.
Give me a perception check.
16.
There's something about just the way the sand dunes curve in this area that reminds you of when your mother and father used to tell you of where they used to go, basically have date night away from the tribe and away from yourselves as you're old enough to get on with what you do. And they used to go there quite regular, and you almost recognise the layout of the sand dunes. And there is, you notice now, at the edges of the sand dunes where they meet the grassy rolling hills, there is an element of crossover akin to when the Fae realm and the material realm was thin. As if you are witnessing reality.
Okay. So, what is happening is not actually happening. It's more like a memory or a vision.
More vision than memory.
More vision. But the question is it past vision or future vision or present vision?
You have no idea.
Thanks for killing my fantasy dad.
It's alright, your mum's getting as well.
That's what she said.
Welcome to the realm of souls, kids.
So after I attack that jackal and it goes through and then I kind of click what's going on, I instantly, I just turn, look at them both and just say, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And then I turn back around and dart back to the river to try and get Kess.
As you turn to run back and get Kess, you don't hear the snapping of jackals anymore. Do you look over your shoulder?
No, I keep
Cool.
running for the river.
You lot that are looking at the scene, as Xandria is running back to you, you see the jackals, or the bodies of jackals around the male on the floor, and the female crying, cradling the male's head. You run back to the bank. Caspian! Din, 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 din.
Where'd you go
Why
this
is
time,
it always
buddy?
Cass?
It's always Kess.
Oh, the playing. Go on, off you go.
Look, this is only the second time. It's not.
You're gonna collect a lot of air miles, bro.
One too
Yes,
many.
man.
You fall into the water. You,
I do.
By fall, you threw yourself out.
Yep.
You leaped in, you do what you do best. You're a fighter, you're trained to fight.
Yeah.
You know that between yourself and Xandria, this is what you do, she does her thing, and you survive. That is how it goes. That is the rules of the desert. Stick to what you're good at and make sure you don't die. So you leap in, you hit the water. It's a strange place anyway, everything you've seen so far and experienced. You see your father and your mother fending or fighting some jackals. Boom, gone beneath the water. You feel a pressure on your mind, on your body, on your lungs. There is you're a creature of the water. Being beneath the water is no discomfort to yourself. You can flop around, swim as fast as any, breathe. You love it. Flop around. I mean, you are full fish man. But you
Caspian used splash.
splash.
It was completely useless.
But you,
Yeah.
for the first time ever, you're unable to breathe beneath the surface, and you begin to drown. You can't hit, you can't scream, you can't take breath. Your presence in the water is as if you are a sinking stone. And as you float, as you float to the bottom, as you sink to the bottom of the riverbed, and you see the light above you shimmering as if an incredibly bright sun is upon the surface of the river. You lay on the bottom of the riverbed like a sunken weight. You can't move. You let go of your swords. They sit down next to you. You're reaching for your throat. You sort of looking around for anything to help you. And you see the kelp and very small bits of coral on this riverbed, which is strange in itself. And you see in between the kelp a small gecko-like lizard who is of a very, very broad smile. You recognise him immediately. Their pale underbelly has, with their darker burnt orange scales on his back and shoulders and across the top of his head. And he has some sort of bamboo pipe in his hand that you know to be a blow dart tube. And he's pretty handy with the old herbs. You see Rek, the fire gecko, your happy-go-lucky friend of yourself and Xandria, all through your nipper days to grown up. And he is walking as if he's not in water, as if he's just free to move. And he just comes and sits next to you as you're drowning. Hi, Kess. You can only nod, shake your head, etc.
He will scream with his eyes.
2 seconds. And he pulls a bit of seaweed from a pouch, and he just starts like pushing it into your mouth. Just chew on this. And as you start chewing it, you feel like you should beneath the surface. You can breathe. You gasp for that strange air-like quality for who you are. And you are stuck to the floor. You are like lead, but you can breathe. That better?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird around here. How's Xandria? He's just sat next to you, oblivious to being in the realm of souls.
She's... Xandria, why are you here?
They sent me because I'm a friendly face. You shouldn't have gone in the water, Cass.
When's that ever stopped me?
That's what I said. What are you doing here? They don't like people who are living here.
We're trying to help the forests.
That's also what I said. What are you going to find here that's going to help the forests? No, but souls. Dead folk.
At this point, Kess is just trying really hard not to look at their friend, because as soon as he'd said that they sent him because he was a familiar face, he kind of clicked as to why he would be there. We need to get the Landlord back.
You're 100% confident Rek hasn't got a fucking clue who the Landlord is. Bar. In fact, I tell a lie.
He was there when
he was there when Kalane popped up. Yeah. So he's gone.
Not fully. The Jesuit, the keeper of the Copper Forest, has done something to protect him, but we need to reunite the two pieces, so to speak.
They're not going to let you do that, Kess. They're going to come for you.
There's not much choice.
It's an expensive place in this realm, and there's only one thing you can pay with. And you've still got it inside you, or around you, on you. I don't really know how this works. Some prices are too expensive, Kess. Too expensive.
What happened? And now we will turn back to him.
Ah, you know. Tribes, nomads. Turns out, don't feel bad about it, but you and Xandria are quite a formidable force. We got attacked. The blow dart's not as good as your scimitars, Kess. Got them with fire though, Kess. I got them with fire.
I'm sure you did. So where does it go from here?
They want you out. They've asked me to tell you to get out. I said you won't listen. They said they'll make you get out. Getting out of here is going to cost you. And he sort of looks up at the surface.
What's the going rate?
I think you know, Kess. Strength to survive. Live longer. Stare death in the face that one last time. Or you just stay down here with me. I know you like the water.
I don't like this water.
It's alright.
And Xandria.
Xandria will kill you if you die.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, let's get back up there then.
And you see a smile on Rex's face. Same old Kess. Well, take my hand and swim up. But I warned you of the price. And he holds his little scaly hand out to you.
And he'll take it.
You take Rex's hand, and the same feeling you felt when you entered the realm of souls, as if something pulses through your being. You shoot up, full swim speed and a little boost. You shoot towards the surface of this river of light, and you stare down as Rex is just sat on the riverbed looking up, waving. You burst out of the water like a penguin and graceful as ever. You land on the bank next to Xandria, head down, hair hanging. You look up. You are now missing another death saving throw while you are within the realm of souls.
Yep.
But you do see your party, and you are on the banks of this evergreen, sprawling valley of green hills and a small cusp of desert dunes. The scene you see is mother cradling father's head and crying with dead jackals all around. And that is where we will leave this week's session. Yeah. Oh. All on there. Happy notes. So, viewers, 27 viewers watching some proper emo shit there, kids. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. I have been looking forward to the next few sessions for a long time. I'm really glad they jumped and went to the realm of souls.
I hate this place.
You hate this place. You're not the the person with one death save, and you haven't even been hit by anything yet.
Loke went straight to mechanics. Leo went to roleplay. So, thank you very much for watching. You can check us out. Just if you missed it and you want to find out what happened earlier on in the session, please jump on the Twitch VOD. It's going to be there straight away, and you can watch it to your heart's content. And we'll throw it up on YouTube in a few days. Thank you very much to the ever beautiful Tales of Wonder for role-playing a
It's
sword.
gravy time.
Oh, thank you, Call of Dice, for following. Thank you very much. So that's it. The party is still in the realm of souls. It's a rough place to be. It's where dead people go. So
Don't love it. Don't love it.
so we'll see how they go. It did get pretty deep tonight. It was really cool. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, players. Thank you very much to all our sponsors. We're going to raid. Is Ashana on?
She's not on. No.
Oh, cool. Well, we might not be ready. Let me see who's on. So
Garblag's on.
yeah, good for them. We can raid Garblag. How many have Garblag got? I'll not raid Critical Role. It's a bit weird.
I don't feel like they need it that much.
You never know. You never know.
But you know, if they want to return the favour.
So, yeah. If they ever want to return, that'd be
You see the
brilliant.
chat? Sawdust. Amazing session players get fucked every.
So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being part of this little community. It's just ridiculous. We got more sponsors coming on. The Sunday lot have got sponsors coming. We just got so many plans for next year, and I can't wait to see where we are in 6 months. So, thank you very much. For now, players, say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.